how has your week been? We've barely talked.
I know we have not talked all freaking week. It's been like, this has been definitely the most pent up week. Let's see. Monday, I worked. Sonora had picture day at school, so that was really stressful because on Sunday she got her hair cut. That was like a last minute decision. So I took her over and got her hair cut. And she literally cut like 3 little pieces off, but it needed it because her bangs were so bad. They were like literally on the bottom of her eyelids, like so bad. And she has been kind of getting to the point where she doesn't want me to do her hair anymore. Like she's like, she doesn't want to do it and she doesn't sit still and whatever. So I'm like, okay, well, if you're going to want to wear your hair down, we have to cut it so that we're like, I don't love the way it looks down, but like, you know.
Oh, I think it does look cute.
Yeah, well, it's got the curl to it.
Yeah, so. She's got a little curly bob.
So that was on Sunday. And then Monday she had pictures. I was stressed because I didn't know how to do her hair. My mother-in-law really wanted me to put her hair in pigtails, but I just cut it. So it was like so short. She did wear pigtails tonight, but like I had to leave her bangs completely down. And then like the back of her hair doesn't go up. So I had to like leave that out too. So it's like I ended up not even remember what I did for her hair on picture day, honestly. We'll see when the pictures come out. I'm so excited for her pictures to come. Monday was her picture day. It was also her snack day.
Oh gosh.
And which is, as you know, also show and tell day. So I'm freaking packing her up, loading her up, and I'm like running late. I'm like getting stressed. And when you were running late too. Because Emma fell out of the car.
Oh gosh. Yes, it was Emma's picture day really too.
Bad. Emma fell out of the car. So Emma and Eli had picture days on different days.
Yes.
Girl.
And so it really sucks this year because everything that they do is on different days. Their color days are on different days. Even though Eli's 5-day, Eli's always on the Tuesday, Thursday schedule when it's color day and all that stuff.
Oh my gosh.
So I always have to remember every color day so far, I've put Eli in the color day on Emma's day. And then remembered the next day, oh, wait, no, today is it. So he wears the same color twice in a row.
Who cares? Sonora's, like, literally only worn dresses, which people probably think, like, why is she only wearing dresses? That's what she wants to wear to school.
Yeah.
Every day. Like, you've had that same thing with Emma. Like, she just wants to wear dresses. Which, I'm like, okay, because when we're just at home chilling, I don't put her in a dress because I'm like, we're not leaving the house. Like, my kids have these nice, like, hand-me-down clothes that were for my sister. Fancy. Girl, my kids never even get to wear them because we don't leave the house. And I'm not putting you in, like, this cutesy, fancy outfit if we're not leaving the house. Like, you're wearing sweatpants and, like, a Baby Shark t-shirt.
Yeah.
But they, like, love that. That's their favorite. So you had to take Emma back inside.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
But you didn't have to change your whole outfit, right?
She had a jean jacket on. I had to take that off, get her a new jean jacket.
Girl. And so you have 2 jean jackets?
Yeah. And then I had to get her new pants. The only thing that didn't change was her shirt.
Sonora has so little 3T pants. I'm going to have to get her like a pack, you know, of like black or something. Because she only has 1 black pair of leggings. All black. Then she has 1 gray pair. And then that's it. Like she has like for solids. Everything else is like a pattern or a wild color.
Yes.
And I'm like, no.
Doesn't go with anything.
Yeah. Or like, I have like stripes, I have flowers, I have sparkles, which she wore the sparkles tonight with her pumpkin shirt. Mm-hmm. But now, like, I can't be doing so much laundry. Like, we need to relax. So I need to get her some more. And Sullivan doesn't have any socks because his feet are huge. He needs to wear like toddler sizes.
I've been keeping up with my laundry lately because my mother-in-law hasn't been coming over. So I have to stay on top of it. Or
I guess she doesn't really come here now much.
Yeah, like, she comes to, like, bring Eli home sometimes, but as far as, like, coming here for a couple hours, it's only once a week now.
Wow, so your house has been pretty quiet then. Not because she's not there, but because the kids are at her house.
Right, yeah.
Wow.
Or at school. Yep.
Do you feel like you've been getting more work done? Or no?
I feel like I've been extra busy at work, so I feel like I haven't had I thought I was going to have.
Yeah.
But it's also
Do you feel more sane, though, about it? Like, not having to, like...
Yes, because I'm always, like, listening in to make sure they're not, like, giving her a hard time and stuff like that. So the fact that I don't have to do that, it's a whole nother ballgame.
Yeah. Eli's picture day went well, and Emma's picture day. I'm so excited to get these pictures back, because I don't know what to expect, because I've never gotten school pictures before. I'm so excited.
Last year,
I'm so excited.
Eli's was really cute. Emma's was cute too, but she looked like she was high. Just because her smile was so outrageous.
I'm like nervous because like obviously like I'm not there to like I don't like I think that this preschool experience for me has been so good but also so weird because like her whole life she's never spent any time away from me. So like everything she does away from me, I'm like I have no idea what to expect or how it's going. Like when I pick her up at the end of like when I go back to pick her up, like I am just as excited to see her as she is to see me because I'm like, and I want to know, like, what did you do? Like, I want to know everything. Girl, she goes, we played.
Yeah.
And then she tells me they play with Play-Doh, which is what they do at the end of class every single day, is they sit there and play with Play-Doh pretty much, or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, girl, I know. I saw you. But, like, they did learn some songs this week. And I'm like, what songs did you learn? And she did tell me that they did Head and Toes.
Head and Toes.
And then Itsy Bitsy Spider, which I heard them singing when I was in the hallway. So, but at least she knew what they were and was able to tell me. But, like, I think that's the hardest part of, like, the 2-year-old class is because it's like she can't really tell you what they did. And her teacher has not sent one picture. I'm like, girl, what are you doing all day? Like, I need to know. Like, Eli's
all day, all 2 hours.
Eli's class, girl, you ain't missing a minute. Because she posting that picture.
She posts everything. Yes.
I love it though. I want to see.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I'm getting a little sad that Eli's pics ain't out there because I'm like, I want to see what Eli's doing. But Emma's teacher doesn't post much.
No, she doesn't post anything.
That's
and I don't think she's sent anything on the app either. I don't know what to think because last year Emma was loving it. Okay, and this year she's like excited to go, but
maybe it's the teacher.
Previously, like she would be excited when I picked her up and she like couldn't wait to tell me about her day and like all of this stuff. But I feel like every day that I pick her up, she's like emotional and on edge. And like today she was upset because they didn't get to bring their art project home because I'm sure it was like drying or whatever. But like, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's just more of her personality too. Like you say, like how she's kind of been changing a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe that's more of it. Sonora has been a lot of big feelings lately. A lot of screaming no at me at the top of her lungs.
Fun stuff.
Which is normal. Like, it's, you know what I mean? She's kind of just testing and seeing what she can get away with and stuff like that. But it's so hard to be like, Mommy. Because I'm like, no. What do you mean? But
today was Dad's with Donuts. And
that was so cute.
I did not tell Eli about it at all.
Yeah, tell me about this.
So when we rolled into the school, of course, David was standing there and they're like,
he's going to be so excited.
What is going on? So we get out and David walks into school with us. And Eli was so excited.
I'm sure.
They went down to Eli's class. And
was Emma upset, though, that he wasn't going with her?
Oh, no. She was happy. She gave him, like, a hug and a kiss, and, like, it was special for her that he came in.
Because he doesn't really ever get to drop him off or pick him up because he's at work.
Right. Eli and him go down to the end, and the kids had to go into the class, and the dads went to another room, like, to prepare for the kids to come over. And so at that point, Eli thought that David had left. Like, normal drop-off, he's gone. So then when the kids came over, he was excited again because, like, he's still here.
Yeah.
So then they go through the whole thing, and they had this little paper that they filled out, like, how old your dad is, what you call your dad, what their favorite color is, like, this whole list. And Eli's answers were hilarious.
Did he say Papa?
He did say Papa. He said that Papa is 16 years old.
Close.
His favorite color is white.
I wouldn't say that.
He's really good at driving his truck.
Very good.
His truck's white.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's true, yeah.
His favorite food is chicken.
Okay.
And
that's so cute to see, like, how he perceives him.
I know. Like, it was really good. They did something similar last year, and the answers, like, weren't... They were still cute, but they were definitely, like, really little kid answers. But this year, I feel like he really thought about it.
That's so sweet. I love watching our babies grow up.
I know.
Because, like, especially with Eli, like, he was the first baby. You know what I mean? So, like, because now between us, we have 5 kids, right?
Yes.
You have 3, I have 2. Oh my gosh. And I think when they all get together, I'm like, whoo!
It's a lot, yeah.
This is a lot. But I feel like we don't all get them together, like you and I and the kids, because it's a lot.
It was a lot.
But so cute. His answers are so cute.
Yeah. Then he was upset when David had to leave because once he saw him again, he thought, oh, he's going to be here all day.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm sure a lot of kids were probably upset when they. Yeah.
But he didn't cry. He was just like disappointed.
Oh, yeah. That's so cute. I look forward to those days. Colin will eat that up.
They have muffins with mom. And
I did hear
for
that.
Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Around that time or whatever.
Yeah.
But so that'll be fun.
That's cute. I can't even think about him going to kindergarten next year.
I know. I'm just not going to think about it.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I mean, it'll be good for him. I think he's going to be so prepped from all these years in preschool, though. Did you start him at 2?
No.
No, you didn't. You did him at 3.
Yeah. Last year.
2 years.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So Emma will go for 4 years?
3.
3. 2, 3, 4. Mm-hmm. And then 5 to kindergarten.
Right.
Okay. Last year was
seen. You saw season 2?
Yes! I knew this is what you were gonna say.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Did you see that they did the promos and it was everybody except for Whitney and Jen? And they were like ...
Yes.
But Whitney has now come out and said that she is gonna be on season 2.
Yes.
But I don't know about Jen. I haven't looked for her yet.
I know. Very interesting. I'll see if I can handle watching a little bit.
I'm so excited. Because I told you I haven't finished it yet, right? We're on the last episode. We're on 18.
My word.
No. 18. No. Yes, no.
18
8.
What? There was only a couple.
12. How many episodes were there?
There was only a couple. I don't know.
Maybe it's 8. I don't know why I'm thinking 18.
It's probably 8.
So, yes, we're about to watch the last episode. It's just, I think it's hard because right now with Colin and I, we really only have a few nights because he goes in on days. And so he has to wake up really early. So we have Wednesday nights, but we also watch another show, and that comes on Wednesday nights and Thursday nights. So we have, and then I come over here on Friday. So we have Saturday night and Sunday night. And then our show's also on Sunday night. So we really only have Saturday night. But I'm not going to be home tomorrow night. So I don't know when we're going to watch our stuff.
Yeah, Kirsten was sending me snaps.
Does she watch it?
I'm so sorry. She's going where you're going. She's at where you're going on Saturday.
Did you see all the people?
No.
Dude, there was a ton. It's filled up. They created a traffic announcement. I'm nervous. I need to do a lot more research. I think I did snap
that
you.
That does not sound like fun to me.
I'm just going to say this. This might be controversial. I do not really love concerts. I can imagine you're not a huge concert person.
No.
It stresses me out. It's so much prep. You're standing in a crowd with 1 billion people. Everyone's sweaty. Everyone's touching you. It's loud. But obviously, I'm a huge Tyler Childers fan. I literally named my child after his wife. That's insane. But he's a god. In a way. Not in I worship him kind of way, but he is a legend. In my humble opinion.
In your humble opinion.
Also, if you don't like him, you're wrong. Anyways, I don't know how many opportunities I'm going to get to see him because it's rumored that he's only going to put out a few more albums because every album he puts out has fewer songs, and the speculation is, and it's gone in a countdown. So the speculation is when he's done, he's done. But his wife just had a baby. I think his son is Sonora's age. It's around the same age, a month apart. That's kind of but she's also a singer. His wife's also a singer. So I don't know. He's not that old though. I'm pretty sure he's younger than you. He's 32, 33. Anyways, it's one of those things you just don't know how many opportunities you'll ever get. Colin and I went to go see Mac Miller in 2017, 2016. No, I'm sorry. It would have been 2014, 2015. And we went to go see him. I think it was 2015. and he passed away in 2017. And so we were like, dude, and we were second row. Now, Mac Miller, I don't know if you know this, is Colin's. He was his absolute favorite rapper, artist ever. Him like on a whim, last minute. York College, he was there. And Colin's ticket was actually free because he was friends with some girl and her sister went there. And she's like, I'm not going to go. You can have my ticket. So
Crazy.
I bought a ticket. My ticket was $35.
Nice.
So we went and my cousin actually dated this girl who was a huge Mac Miller fan. Like her and Colin were probably the two biggest Mac Miller fans I ever met. And she was going, obviously, because she was a huge Mac Miller fan and it was in New York. So Colin's parents weren't going to let him go because they said his lyrics were too vulgar.
Oh,
They
wait,
weren't gonna
because
let
you
him
were
go.
still in high school?
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
And so Colin's parents were like, no, like, do you think that these lyrics are a representation of the music that you should be listening to? They like pulled up a song and they read the lyrics out loud. And so they like Colin was like literally begging them. They're like, he's like, I have to go. Like, I have to go. Like, this is my idol. And Colin's mom's like, this is your idol? Like, that's embarrassing. Like, it was this whole thing. So we finally convinced him to go. My parents drove us. We were second row. Like, literally, like, we could have touched him. It was awesome. And then I went and saw Ed Sheeran once with KP. That was an amazing experience. We sat very far away. We were in PNC Park, which is in Pittsburgh. That was awesome. Who else? Then we saw Childers last year when I was pregnant with Sullivan. I was literally 9 months pregnant. I think it was 36 weeks, 36 or 37 weeks, which is insane because it was standing the whole time.
No way.
Yep. I think we stood for like 5 or 6 hours straight. I literally was so swollen. It was awful, but it was the best. I was moved. I felt like I was at church. I was like, I felt the music moving through me. So I'm hoping for the similar experience tomorrow night. But I just hate concerts so much. You and David used to go to a lot, like local, like smaller.
We did. We see the people before they blow up.
Mm-hmm. You've seen like Warren Ziders? Yeah.
We saw Cody Jinks.
You saw Cody Jinks. Did you see Code Wetzel?
No. We saw Cody Jinks at the Stone Pony in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And we were front row. Great experience.
Yeah, but David was a big Cody Jinks fan already.
Yes.
Who's David's favorite artist?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Does he like Kojo?
I don't know who that is.
Cody Johnson? Like my top 10. Country. Who are your top 10 country?
Oh, I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know.
Come on.
I can't do that.
Why not? Okay, give me like your top 3 then.
I don't even know if I can do that.
Who's your number 1, baby?
I don't have a number 1.
You don't have a number 1.
No.
Is it Jelly Roll?
No.
I used to be a big Miranda Lambert fan.
Well, yeah. I used to be.
Loved.
I am a Miranda Lambert fan.
She got a little controversial though.
I love Miranda.
I would say my top 3. Obviously, number 1 is Tyler Childers. Obviously. Noah Khan is not country.
Definitely not country. He's like indie folk.
But he's got like a country vibe. I really like Zach Bryan's music, but I hate him as a person. So I think that kind of like gets in the way. I love Tyler Childers as a person.
I am going through a Zach Bryan fan
his last album was perfection.
Yeah. Every song just has me like,
oh yeah, perfection.
And Miranda Lambert, and of course Lainey Wilson, and of course,
yes, so she's gonna be there tomorrow night.
Ella, excited. What's her last name? Ella.
Oh,
she's the one that had the song on TikTok that was.
Her
last name is totally blanking. Anyway, I've been listening to some of her stuff. A female artist.
Dasha's gonna be there. Sorry,
I'm not a fan. She was just on Hawk to a girls podcast.
Dasha, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, she said she was a shitter.
Yeah.
Ella Langley.
Langley, yes.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about Elle. That sang that one song, "Drunk That I Don't Want to Go Home." What's her name? She's what's her name's daughter. Elle King.
Oh, Elle King, yeah. Which she was not country. She just kind of, she's not really country.
She did a cover of Jersey Giant by Tyler Childers.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's definitely
My favorite
good.
Elle King song, Ohio. If you haven't heard it, you need to listen to it later.
X's
That's like her OG song.
Yeah. Morgan Wallen.
As far as
What do you mean?
his music or
Just in general.
fine?
Fine.
It's good. I'm getting tired of it.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna ask me about his like controversy.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like all around.
I mean, I don't really care. I feel like these people. I don't know.
I mean,
why are we caring so much
about? I think that this is my hard thing.
Like
because,
as fan, like
so I feel like you have to separate their personal life and their music, right? I like Morgan Wallen stuff. I think he's good. He's not the best, but like I like some of his songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he a trash human? Sure.
Is
but
he
that
a
doesn't
what?
a trash human?
Trash human. Okay.
I'm sorry. Human with an H. That's a
You're gonna make us get headphones.
Human. One more time. Human.
Got it.
Yeah. Thoughts?
All right.
I'm thinking like mainstream country. Those are the top two, like the biggest ones. Cody Johnson.
It's fine.
And I'm a big fan of Josh Turner.
Just it's fine.
Okay, well, if you're not providing any suggestions for your top.
I'm sorry. This is a really bad excuse, but ever since I became a mom, my brain is like fried. And so as far as remembering names of these people that I like, it's just not top priority for me.
Okay, so when you say you would listen to music, you're not listening to a lot of country anymore?
I haven't been listening to a lot of country. Let me just pull it up here.
I would like to say that I listen to more like country, like I guess it's country. I mean, because I like all kinds of country. Outlaw country, country western, 90s country, folk country, mainstream.
My most listened to country station right now on Pandora is my Maren Morris.
Okay. Did you see her?
I do love Maren Morris, I should say that.
Did you see her coochie?
Yes.
Colin thinks that's so funny. I'm like, I feel like it's underwear. He's like, it's not underwear. There's hair. I'm like,
poor girl. So. I don't know.
I know.
But you had to have known.
That's what I'm saying.
You had to have known.
You don't just be letting that thing hang out. You don't know.
You had to have known. I mean, because it's out.
Out.
You can't tell me you practiced walking in that skirt and you didn't realize that was going to be a problem.
And nobody told her?
Right.
I do like her. I feel like she had a little controversy like last year or something because she didn't want to be like affiliated with country music anymore.
Right.
Yeah. But I think she got over it. She did that one song with Hosea and that was really good.
Yeah, I really like her stuff.
Yeah, she's pretty good. I mean, obviously if we're talking about like faves in like just general, like Chappell Roan has been... I saw you stitch her with that TikTok.
I did. That is the station I've been listening to the most.
She has, I mean, even the kids at school today were talking about her and like
really?
the controversy that's going on around her. And I don't know, are they canceling Chappell Roan?
I think they're trying to, but it's seesawing right now. I don't think there's an official cancel notice. I feel like some people do want to, but there are a lot of fans that are so hardcore they don't want it to happen. So I feel like it's going to depend on what happens next.
It feels to me like Chappell Roan doesn't really want to be famous.
I don't think she does. I mean, yeah. I don't think that she wants to or feels like she has to be famous. Mm-hmm. But I also don't feel like she's anti being famous.
Yeah.
She's not like, I don't
more
want
than she expected.
Yeah.
Which I can understand. But like, I think that the whole thing with the controversy is that people are putting this like spotlight on her that she's like, I don't really want that. I don't want people like coming to me for like advice or like opinion about like topics that I'm not necessarily like.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, because she's not a politician. Why are you getting your political advice from her?
Right.
I don't know.
You literally don't even know anything about her other than she's a singer.
Well, okay, it's like this whole like people feel like so entitled that these celebrities like owe them something. Mm-hmm. So like this whole P. Diddy thing. I don't know if you're following that.
Of course I am following.
So I watched a video today of some girl like summing it all up. And so apparently like you've heard about all of it. right? And P. Diddy's like more your time.
Obviously.
Not really mine. Like I could not tell you one P. Diddy song. That he like started a lot of like record labels
Right.
and stuff, and then he basically killed Tupac. That's pretty much all I know.
Allegedly.
But oh,
What?
you just got a message from the Brazilian wax place.
Ah!
I just got it on my Apple. Are you besties or nah? Are you besties or is your best friend's Brazilian wax appointment message coming to your Apple Watch? Let me know in the comments.
Oh my gosh. I don't even get those notifications. They just come to you, I guess.
Yeah. I'll let you know. I'll schedule it and then just put it in the calendar for you.
Can you imagine?
So people think like there's something happened with him and Justin Bieber. And so people feel like, oh, Justin Bieber, they're like demanding that he's like steps out and like makes a statement or comes out and like, you know, oh, this happened and Diddy, blah, 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 like testifying against him basically. And people are like, this girl's like, Justin Bieber doesn't owe that to you. Like, he doesn't have to do anything if he doesn't want to. Like, if that happened to him, like, he's a victim. Like, why are you coming at him like you have to do this? It's like, no, nobody has to do anything. Just because they're famous doesn't mean that they like owe you something. Like, realistically, if you ever saw like a famous person out on the street, like they don't owe it to you to like take a picture with you, sign anything, or even be friendly. Like, if you met a random stranger on the street, which is what a celebrity is, it's a random stranger, and you're like, take this picture of me with me. No, like they don't have to do that. You know what I mean? And it should be no different with a celebrity, you know? What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I will say the whole like thing that she was talking about, like people wanting to take pictures with her and coming up to her like they know her, is a little whiny, but I get it. Like I do get it because that would be really frustrating.
Well, especially like if you're like you have anxiety or you're like having a bad day, or because she kind of blew up overnight too. And like these songs that she has out are like old. Yeah. So it's not like she's like doing this actively. And you know, I listened to her interview on Drew's podcast, the comment section. Yes. And she's like, I have not made new music. It's not like something I'm like actively pursuing right now. But she is touring. I mean, right. I don't know. Have you ever ran into a celebrity? Have you ever met a celebrity?
I'm gonna say who, and you're gonna say, I don't even know who that is. Julia Roberts. Not the actress.
Julia Roberts!
As soon as I said that, I forgot.
Baby, yeah, I know who Julia Roberts is.
No, not the actress, the country singer.
I don't know who that is.
Are you serious?
Let's look her up. Where did you see her?
In Hagerstown.
And it was her for sure?
Taylor. She was performing.
My biggest fear
She was performing at the state fair, and the local radio station hosted a meet and greet, and she sang a couple songs, and I won tickets to go to the meet and greet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I've never heard any of these songs.
And me standing next to her, she looks like a 5-year-old, and I look like an elephant. She's so tiny.
How old were you? How long ago was this?
Oh my, I don't even know. Maybe I was 20.
Okay. That's it?
The only celebrity I've ever met?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met any other celebrity. I mean, I wouldn't even call him a celebrity, but I met that guy from Cake Boss.
That's a celebrity. He's a celebrity.
I got a picture with him. You saw it. It's on my TikTok.
Yeah, he's a celebrity.
Technically.
TikTok, did you see the rug?
No, I haven't watched your video yet. I saw the You Stitched one, but I haven't watched it yet. I had a crazy day.
It's been going on all week, honey.
I haven't heard about this rug.
Okay. So there's this girl. Her name's Katie Sentry, I think. And don't know where she lives. But her and her husband were putting in this fence. Okay. She's digging fence post holes. Mm-hmm. They hit a rug or carpet. And so she made this like TikTok, like, hit this rug, blah, blah, blah.
Outside?
Outside. And so, like, side story, like, her computer got broken and some weird things happened in her office, and she's like, oh my gosh, like, is this a ghost, whatever, haha. And TikTok is like, you should call the police, because what if there's like a dead body in that rug in your garden?
Was it rolled up?
Well, that's what it appeared to be, rolled up. And so TikTok finally convinced her to call the police. So she called the police came out, and they're like, yeah, like, we're not going to dig it up. I mean, it was down. Like, obviously they're digging fence post holes. Like, if there's not, like, it's not that deep. It was like 2 or 3 feet. But still, that's a lot to dig out. And so they're like, yeah, we're not going to dig it out, blah, blah, blah. They kind of left her.
But what if they dig it out?
Right. They said, if you dig further and find something, call us back. And so she's like, I don't know about all this, blah, blah, blah. So a day or two goes by, and she decides her and her friends are going to have like a dig party, and they're going to dig it up.
Why is everything got to be a party nowadays?
I know. So her friends were coming over. Okay. To dig. And I just happened to be on TikTok, and I saw that she went live. And so I get on here, and I'm watching.
Imagine TikTok live and you digging up a dead body.
I got on, and I'm watching it, and I'm like on the edge of my seat. I have my headphones on. I'm walking around cleaning the kitchen, and the kids are playing, and David's like standing there.
I'm busy right now. Please don't speak to me.
And the police show up, and they're like, hey, we want to take another look at that. And
just randomly while they're already digging?
No, they hadn't started yet. And they're like, we brought cadaver dogs. And we want to have the cadaver dogs go around your yard and see if they can smell that it, something.
Yeah, because they disturbed the ghost, and that's why it was happening.
And so the first cadaver dog goes in, and I'm watching it, like, as I'm cleaning the kitchen.
Dude, I'd be peeing my pants.
I was on edge. Like, I couldn't believe how hooked I was. And I'm, like, doing my thing, and I'm watching this, and David comes in.
I would have to sit down, baby.
And the dog walks past the area a couple times. The dog walks back, sits down, hit. And I go, and David's like, what? And so I quickly explain the whole situation. He's like, oh, wow. They bring the second dog in.
No.
Dog goes and sits. Hits. I'm like, oh my gosh. The police come over. They're like, can you turn off?
This is a crime scene.
Like, we need to talk. So she turns off live. And when I got on, I think there was like 50 or 60,000 people. And when she ended it, there was over 100,000 people watching this. And it was so funny. I saw one comment. They're like, it was the gasp heard around the world. I'm like, I'm freaking sure. I'm sure everybody gasped at literally the same time.
Dude, what are the odds of that? Her TikTok gonna blow up now.
Oh, it is. It's completely blown up.
What are the odds?
And so they said that they were going to come back the next morning. So that was this morning. And so she's been posting videos like all morning, like of updates, and they're like in her backyard digging it up. Literally her old man neighbor, like really old man, brought a lawn chair over to the property line and was sitting watching them dig this rug up. I don't know if I could.
I would.
I would be too afraid that someone would come over and tell me to leave.
What? Anyway, I'd be sitting in front of the window like this. This is my yard. I can sit out here if I want to.
No, the neighbor. The neighbor. Yeah. I don't know if I could be the neighbor. Anyway, long story short, they dug it up, and it was just a carpet.
Why them dogs getting fired, first of all?
The dog handler explained that since it was carpet, of course, it was
has
probably in a house, right? Like, literally, someone could have got a nosebleed
a body or
20 years ago on that carpet, and they could have hit.
That's so weird that the carpet was under there, though.
Well, I saw a TikTok later. It was this old lady, and she said, I could have told you this days ago. I've used rugs and all kinds of stuff in my garden to keep the weeds away and put mulch on top of it.
Yeah.
So, literally, that could have been what it was.
With gardening, yeah. So does that stuff, like, freak you out?
What stuff?
Have you ever seen a dead body?
I
think we talked about. Did we ever talk about this?
Dead body. Have you ever been to a funeral?
I'm saying, like, before the funeral, like, fresh.
Well, I mean, my father-in-law had a heart attack on my front porch and was...
Girl, he's upright.
Clinically dead.
He's not dead now.
He was dead, and he looked dead.
He looked pretty dead to me.
Definitely traumatized. Other than that, though...
I actually have a story.
Yeah, my Uncle Larry, he died in the home, and like I was sitting there.
Okay,
I was sitting
yeah.
there when he died.
Well, my nan died.
Did I ever walk in and find a dead body? No,
You've never like come across one?
no. I've been with people when they died, but I've never
Same.
like
I would
found
say
a random dead body.
I'm very weird about that. And like I don't like to visit people when they're on hospice. I don't like to go visit people in the hospital. And I think people would relate to that. I find that to be like really, really hard. So the only person I was ever with at the end, which I will say I'm very grateful for it now, they put my nan on hospice and she died 2 days later. And my entire family was there, except for like 2 people.
Yeah.
My entire family. Which that's so special. Like imagine that would be like the best way to die. So my nan did pass away while we were there. So I was like there with her at the very end, which I was like so it's like that's something that's like not me at all. Like when people die, like I don't like going to viewings, I don't like going to funerals. I hate that stuff. But like yeah, I was there when she died. But I mean like I don't even know what year this was. Paul and I were together and it was like there's this remember I told you about my parents' friend that married the lady in New York?
Yes.
Her whole family was up visiting and we went to the Caledonia pool and we were all there that day and we were like at the pool, but then we were also like barbecuing like over on the other side of like the little stream. And so we were all over there at one point and we were swimming and then we were all like, you know, because she has 5 kids and they were all visiting and her youngest was like at the time like 7, the second one was 9, the other one would have been 13, the other one was like 16, and the other one was like 19 or 20. So I know, imagine that. Woo. So the youngest 2, maybe it was the youngest 3, were like, you know, playing with other kids and whatever. I would have been like 21 at this time, probably 2021, which I would have known you then. So maybe you've heard this story before. So we were all over swimming and they were playing with these
the kid that
yes
yeah.
So they were playing with these kids and it was like this it was like a few kids and one was a girl and I think all the other ones were boys and they're playing and whatever and so we're all decide we're gonna go back and like cook and have lunch. So we go over and maybe it's not even like 10 or 15 minutes later, literally I would say it's like 10 minutes later, all of a sudden blowing whistles. Like, I don't even think all of us have left the pool area yet because there's a ton of us. It's like my whole family, their whole family, whatever. So the whistles start blowing and they're like, everyone has to get out. Like, not just like out of the pool, like out of the whole premises. Get your stuff and leave. And that's like, so my dad's friend, my parents' friend's wife is a nurse, registered nurse. We can hear the sirens starting. This is the whole way out in Caledonia though. So she's like, I'm going to go see what's going on because she's nosy like that. We love it. And her kids, I'm pretty sure, are still over there, like 1 or 2 of them. And so she goes over and basically, long story short, one of the girls that they were playing with had like a seizure and drowned. And she's like, yeah, we like, and they don't know how long she had been under there. They were like, realistically, she could have been there for like a while. And I'm like, we were like literally swimming in there with her.
Yeah.
And she was probably like under there and like drowned, which is like literally so scary. Now that I have kids, it's like, that's so scary. Like just to think about because that's like one of the top causes of death in children is drowning because it's quick and it's quick and it's quiet, they say.
Yeah.
But that was like one example.
I would be sick because the thought of being in water that touched
a
dead body.
Do you think that they drained it?
Out.
No, girl, they probably put a little shock in there.
Like Raystown?
Oh, yeah. Do you know that there's more dead bodies in the ocean than every single every graveyard on Earth?
Oh, please stop. I'm getting the goosies.
I was actually just listening to that one book and she was talking about like Gone Girl. Have you ever seen that movie?
I don't know.
It has Ben Affleck in it and Rosamund Pike.
Yeah.
And it's about Scott Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
I think about like these specific events and you're older than me, like you would probably remember them better because like that was before my time, I'm pretty sure.
That was Scott Peterson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old were you then?
You say before your time. I mean, you're alive.
You're like literally a whole decade older than me, though.
Not quite.
Not quite. Do you remember that?
Yes.
You remember when it happened?
Yes.
I don't. When was it? 2000?
99?
99?
It wasn't that long. It wasn't that long ago.
Dude, but I didn't realize how awful it was at the time. I'm not like huge into true crime. I think we talked about this last week.
2004.
I would have been in kindergarten.
I was 14.
Kindergarten. But like his wife was like fully pregnant, not like a little bit pregnant,
Right.
but like full on like pregnant. And he like threw her in the bottom of a lake or something?
I don't even
Dismembered
remember all
her.
the
It was
details.
crazy.
The one that I remember the most growing up is Casey Anthony.
I do remember that. I remember watching the trial. Makes me sick still.
Do you think she did it?
Absolutely she did it.
Yeah.
There's not a doubt in my mind that she did it.
Yes. So anyway, my TikTok that I made was appointment.
Yeah.
Like you're watching, it was like watching true crime live. Like it was like drugs. I was like,
yeah.
On it.
I mean,
and then it was nothing. And then I'm like, I'm so disappointed. But what kind of person does that make me? That I'm disappointed that there wasn't a dead body.
The same with like my sister loves true crime. She listens to the Sinisterhood podcast, which I think is just like true crime. I've never listened to it, but she has like gone to like live like meet and greets or shows or whatever. I don't know what podcasters do live. We'll have to see. Time will tell. Because one podcast was just live. What was that? The canceled podcast?
I don't know.
They just had like a live show.
Mm-hmm.
What do they just sit on stage and have like a live podcast in front of a studio audience? Is that what it is?
Yes.
I went to Olive Garden tonight. Again. 2 Fridays in a row.
I said I'm going to text Taylor and see if she needs dinner. Because she not, we're getting something now because I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, don't say sorry at all. It worked out. It was perfect.
Except for your rosemary parm bread. Anyways, so what was I saying?
True crime.
Yeah, she loves true crime. I get into it, but like I just can't get like because I'll get too deep into it and I want to know every single thing. Like this whole thing with the Menendez brothers has just come up.
Yes, I haven't even started. I haven't even dived in. I've only seen the TikToks.
When
like,
was that? That was the 80s, 89, I think it was.
I don't even know. But Rosie O'Donnell was praising millennials, just to let you know, because millennials are the reason that
millennials love true crime,
bringing it to the surface.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I did watch. Colin and I watched the OJ one, but he just passed away this past year. OJ.
Gosh, how come I don't remember OJ dying?
Yeah, that's crazy. Do you think he did it?
Yes.
Okay, I think that everybody thinks that.
I think so too.
Hmm.
I don't think that's a controversial take.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it's a hot take. All right, well, what else did we do this week? Anything else crazy that happened this week? I'm trying to remember.
I really want to go get pumpkins tomorrow.
Just did work?
No.
You
and
should.
I was just gonna like go get pumpkins, like not do the whole.
Don't you think your kids would like it though?
So I told David about it, and he's like, "Oh, like we go to the pumpkin patch." I'm like, "Well, that's not what I was talking about."
Go to the pumpkin pack.
But if that's what you really wanted to do,
where are you gonna go? Kaylin's not open this year.
I know that's such a disappointment.
That's where you would normally go. Yeah,
that's where we go. But I don't know. I think that's why I'm just like I just want to go get pumpkins.
Country Creek is cute.
It's expensive.
$13, but. Okay, so under 2 is free. So my kids went for free, but only Bo would go for free.
Right.
It's $13 a person.
It's crazy.
But I will say they have like 3 corn pits. They have a kids' corn maze, little ride-on toys, bouncy house, animals, like a craft thing, a little stand you can just go buy pumpkins.
You want to know what else happened this week?
What?
Our well pump died.
Yes. Okay, you didn't tell me about that.
I cannot even believe that it's taken me this long to get to this.
Yeah, because you told me that, and you have to tell me about this work story. Okay.
The work story has a happy ending. Okay, so our well pump died. When we got that storm last week, it started like blowing fuses. And so David talked to some of his electrician friends and plumber friends, and they're like, we don't use the fuse style anymore. Just straight wire it. So David like wired it straight without the fuses. And they're like, if it doesn't pop the breaker, like you don't have a problem. And so we went like a handful of days and we're like, probably all right. No. Monday, after I got drop off done and got home, no water. I go out, the breakers popped.
So with you, you said if your power goes out, you have no water.
Right, because we have a well.
Okay,
And
so
so
your
when
well
you
pump is electric.
right, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, holy crap.
Do you guys have a oh, it's like septic? Like
Yeah.
what is that called?
Septic?
Like a septic tank.
Yeah.
See, that's one reason I couldn't live in the country. I couldn't do well and I can't do septic tank.
Really?
Yeah, you gotta dig out your whole yard to do the septic tank.
To do what with it? To empty it?
Yeah. Or like, no, not empty it, but if it needs replaced.
Oh, yeah.
Like Colin's Grammy, she lives like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And she had to have her whole septic tank replaced because it was old.
Mm-hmm.
But they literally had to dig her whole yard out and take the thing out and put a new one in.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, the thing popped. David came home for lunch, and I'm like, this is great because before, when it was blowing fuses, we could just like put new fuses in it and like be good for a little bit. But since it's straight wired and it's popping the breaker, there's nothing you can do. Like, we're just dead in the water. And I'm like, we have no water. Like, fortunately, the kids aren't here, but we have no water.
Like, you can't even go to the bathroom, no water.
Right. Like, if you have to put water
and you had no water backup at all?
3 gallons.
Okay, that's not terrible. I mean,
it takes 2 gallons to flush the toilet.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
My dad, when I was growing up, we had city water, but he's kind of like a prepper.
Right.
Every time we would finish a gallon of milk, he'd fill it up with water. Every single time our entire basement was filled. And then when we moved, my mom made him throw them all away or dump them out.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah. So I'm definitely saying we're changing our tune. We went and we stocked up on water bottles,
on you
and
this
we
week.
Stocked up on
your toilet paper habits.
Yeah.
Because when you sent me that snap, at first I was like, oh, okay. And then I was telling Colin about it, and he's like, oh, she's one of those people?
One of those people? What's that mean?
Well, because this whole, like, oh my gosh, my brain's not working. With the strike. Yeah, the port strike.
I didn't go out and buy that much toilet paper. You know how much toilet paper I bought this week? 1 pack.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're
I've
like
been buying it over time.
You're talking about stocking up on it.
I've been buying it over time.
And we're talking about it, and Colin's like, toilet paper and paper towels aren't even, not even like you, but just in general, people are buying it. He's like, those are not imported products.
It is
They're made in the United States.
It has taken me the amount of time we've lived here to build that.
We've been here 3 years.
That, I don't know.
Okay, so you stocked up on water. I get that now. That makes sense.
Yeah. We stocked up on water bottles, and we filled up our big water jugs with just water out of the faucet. We called Nevers, Clean Water. The dude came same day.
Did they fix it?
They fixed it, replaced it same day.
They replaced it the same day?
We had water by 6 p.m.
Dude.
I was so impressed. Yes. Now, we haven't got a bill yet, but I was impressed.
That is impressive.
So, anyway, what they found was it was actually a wire that got rubbed in the thing. And so they could have just replaced the wire, but well pumps typically last about 15 years. Ours is 13 years old. And so we just decided to go ahead and replace it because it was already pulled, which cost money to pull it.
Well, so Colin and I always have this philosophy. It's like when you have little kids.
Oh, yeah.
You're not trying to like if it was just you and David, it's like, okay, whatever. Because if it's like, okay, we're out of water, we'll just go to mom's. You know what I mean? For a few days.
Yeah.
But when you have little kids, it's like easier said than done.
For sure.
So you're making different decisions, I think, when you have little kids because you're like, I'm not risking this. Like, but yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad that's like a happy ending, though.
Yeah.
Until the bill comes.
I know.
Till next time, you'll hear about that.
I know.
This freaking bill. It's ridiculous.
No, I'm sure it's going to be fine. I mean, we have what we think it's going to be.
One of those things.
It just is what it is.
So, your work? Dude, you dropped that on me and then just gave me nothing. And I'm like, Caitlin.
Okay. So.
You're better than me because I wouldn't have reported anything.
Work, our email is just through Outlook. And when you close your Outlook, it says, do you want to permanently delete everything in your delete bin? Okay. I hit yes every time because I file everything away except for like random emails.
Impressive.
Yeah, I have a ton of folders. So except for like random emails like we get from a company that's like, do our survey, delete, like that kind of stuff. I hit yes every time.
Why do you
Why
exit
wouldn't
out?
I? What do you mean why do I exit out? You have to close everything down and then disconnect from your VDI.
Oh, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Not, girl, when I was done, I just slammed that laptop shut till Monday.
My gosh.
See you on Monday.
So I think it was Friday. No, it was Thursday. We got an email from HR saying this is a new paper that's going to go in your handbook. If you have any issues with it, email me back. And basically it said because of, oh, I don't even remember the wording. But as far as like investigations and whatever, you're not allowed to delete any emails.
I never deleted any.
Like when you close out, you should not say yes, delete them permanently. You can put them in your delete folder.
Moving forward or like ever? Because you've been doing it.
I know. I've been doing it every day. So I'm like, holy banoli, this is not good. And I thought, I'm not going to say anything because she just sent this email.
Yeah.
So just from now,
Let's write it out. Let's see.
From now until forever, I just won't do it anymore.
Did it?
Last night, was it last night? No, the night before.
Yeah.
Wednesday night. Click, 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 closing everything out. The dialogue box pops up. Do you want to delete everything? Yes. And I went, oh no.
So now you had to write on yourself and tell them that you've been doing it.
So then on Thursday morning, I'm like, I'm going to have to send this email. So I sent an email to HR and I'm like, so when I closed out last night, I accidentally hit yes and deleted all the emails.
Mm-hmm.
And like they didn't reply for hours. And
how many emails could it have possibly been from one day?
Right, I know. So they didn't reply and they didn't reply. And I thought, it's not a big deal, apparently. Sometime in the afternoon, they replied and said, well, did it actually delete them? And I'm like, well, that's kind of a stupid question.
Clearly.
So I went into the folder and looked, and here it did delete like ones from that day, but there was stuff in there from like last year. So
maybe
like, this doesn't make any sense.
Maybe at that point you didn't click delete them and you kept them in there.
I don't even know. So I replied back and I said, actually, there's still emails in there. That's all I said. Because I thought I'm not getting into like they're old or whatever. I said, there's actually still emails in there. She goes, okay, I'm going to get with IT and see like what we need to do. So then IT calls me and the one guy that works in our one office, he's so nice. And he said, I just need you to go in your delete folder, click this. Okay, now you should have the option to hit undo all deletes. I click it. Everything that I've ever deleted came back.
3 years worth of emails comes back.
And I'm like, that's great. And he goes, okay, now go into your settings. And he showed me how to like...
To turn that off.
And I'm like, problem solved.
Dude, these IT guys...
They probably think I'm dumb.
No, every time I would get, like the remote access?
Yeah.
Where they're like, okay, I'm going to access your stuff now. That would send me over the edge every time.
Why?
Because I'm like, what? You can see my stuff? Like, I don't even think you need to really give them permission.
No.
I'm pretty sure they could just see
not
it.
when you work for somebody.
Yeah, which is crazy. I never did anything at all on my work computer, just work stuff. Because you're dumb to put anything on your work computer that you shouldn't. Like when people are like, oh yeah, we found this and this on his work computer. On your work computer. On your work computer. Are you dumb? My word. Colin said that like some people at work. Actually, I didn't tell you this, but Colin said some of his coworkers have been listening to our podcast. And they said last week they were listening to our podcast. And they said, because they had like a cookout, like a cook thing at work, like where they brought food. And remember on the podcast with Nari, I said that Colin wasn't a good cook. So she comes up to Colin, she's like, I hope you're not making food for tomorrow. Oops. So then Colin was mad at me. He's like, you made
Oh, that's why he didn't like the episode.
Well, there was a lot of reasons. I don't know, but
oh my gosh.
He was like
that's so cool.
Ragging on me hard. But I know I was so excited that they listened. But then I was like, oh, I can't really talk bad about Colin on the podcast because his work colleagues are going to hear it and they're going to think that he's like, I don't know.
Think things about him.
Yeah. Yeah, because Colin's kind of private.
Mm-hmm.
So if they hear me talk about Colin like a bunch, they're gonna be like, wow, I
Gasp.
didn't know all this stuff about Colin, and they're gonna like go
That's
up
why
to
they're
him.
listening. They need the tea.
No, because if you worked with someone that was kind of quiet and then like their spouse had a podcast, you'd be tuning in too.
I would be tuning in.
I'd be like, oh, I need to hear about Joe. Well, tell me the tea, you know?
Or you want to know who, like, what kind of person are they married to?
A psycho, that too. Clearly, they're like, Colin's wife is freaking nuts, dude.
Is
and then they're probably in like their work group chat, and they're like, did you hear Colin's wife on her podcast? She's a nut job. That's probably what David's coworkers think when they listen.
Oh my gosh. No, he doesn't have any coworkers that listen. He just has friends.
His brother isn't listening either?
I don't think so.
Mm.
He wouldn't listen.
Oh.
He's too good for that.
His brother's new fling's sister got married today.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What? I never thought that would be a thing.
What the heck is this?
Got married.
Yeah, let's look.
I feel like I should have seen something.
You follow her?
Maybe just the place of business.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
You can go there?
Why do you follow her?
I don't. I'm just looking her up.
What are you gasping for? Is it black?
Yes. Us saying this, like, it wouldn't be, like, too hard to, like, follow the dots to figure out who we're talking about.
I didn't think they'd ever get married, honestly. They didn't seem like the type.
Really?
Yeah. A homewrecker?
I mean, I'm waiting for her to pop them kids out.
What?
Yeah. Wouldn't you think? She's my age.
I don't see her having kids.
Maybe not.
That's just a judgment.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe
So
not.
how did you know about that, though, if you don't follow her?
Because I check up. Yeah.
That's insane.
You don't check up on peeps? I check up on everybody.
I don't check up on anybody.
Well, what's it like to live
now.
a life so unbothered? Because
it's not unbothered. I'm just
couldn't be me. I keep up with everybody. I was just looking somebody up actually.
Maybe that's what I use.
Oh my
TikTok
gosh,
time
there was
for.
actually one that I wanted to tell you about. This is like maybe like a little story time. Of him. This is kind of unrelated, but this kid that I used to go to school with, and he used to go to the gym there. He was kind of friends with him.
Okay.
He was married. He got married, and like literally divorced 6 months later.
Okay.
Like recently, I think it was like July.
Okay.
He got divorced. His wife, that was like his ex-wife now, got married in August.
Oh my.
I know. It's just...
Girl knows what she wants.
It's not as exciting telling you without names, but... Phew. Got anything else? Did you have any other story? All right. We didn't even say hi, besties. Hi, besties.
Hey, besties.
Bye, besties.
Bye, besties.